How y'all doing, family? This Chris Raw with Media TV, and I'm gonna be coming to you with this news. Family, if y'all want to email me some stories, you can email me some stories at firemanpbc@gmail.com. If you want to donate to the PayPal, you can donate to the PayPal at firemanpbc@gmail.com. I hope y'all having a great evening. Love y'all. And family, let me show y'all this video what happened earlier today when Sarah Sanders she gets grilled by the reporters today. So family, y'all watch this video and y'all let me know what y'all think.
President's decision to disinvite the Eagles. He's suggesting this is about the national anthem. Is the president aware that not a single player on the Eagles through the entire season knelt for the national anthem?
The president's position on not just the anthem has been clear, but let's not forget this isn't. There were 80 members of the Eagles organization that RSVP'd and committed to attend this event as recently as Friday, as well as over 1,000 fans of the Eagles organization. And the Eagles are the ones that tried to change their commitment at the 11th hour. And the president, frankly, thinks that the fans deserve better than that, and therefore we changed the ceremony to be a focus on celebrating our great country.
Why does he feel like this is about the national anthem? And is he concerned that we heard from Steph Curry and from LeBron James the suggestion that whoever wins the NBA championship, they're unlikely to be here? Is this about something more than the national anthem? Something other than the national anthem?
Look, if this wasn't a political stunt by the Eagles franchise, then they wouldn't have planned to attend the event and then backed out at the last minute. And if it wasn't a political stunt, then they wouldn't have attempted to reschedule the visit when they knew that the president was going to be overseas. And if this wasn't a political stunt, they wouldn't have waited until Monday, well after 1,000 of their fans had traveled and taken time out of their schedules to offer only a tiny handful of representatives to attend the event. Pamela?
Clear on that point. This isn't about the national anthem. It's about so few players coming in the end. Correct?
Certainly, the president has been very clear what his position is in regards to the national anthem. We've never wavered on that. The president thinks that people should stand for the national anthem. Particularly when it comes to the NFL, it's not about a particular team. It's about having pride in our country and about being respectful to the men and women who have fought and died to preserve our country. In terms of this, the Eagles are the ones that changed their commitment at the last minute. The president felt it was appropriate to change the event to be a ceremony to celebrate our country.
And from one Pennsylvania by a narrow margin, GOP is looking to pick up a Senate seat there. Does he risk alienating key voters in that state by disinviting Eagles, but also by the statement that the team abandoned the fans?
Certainly, we would hope that all of the people of Pennsylvania would share the president's commitment to the national anthem and the pride that we have in our country, and certainly not meant to be a slight to anyone, but frankly, a reaffirmation of what a great country that we live in, and to stand for the national anthem is something the president has been very clear on.
The president, whether it's on his Twitter account or otherwise, keeps saying things that are not borne out by the facts, whether it is the Eagles thing is about the national anthem, or we got $6 billion for opioids and getting rid of that scourge that's taken over our country, and the numbers are way down. We have thousands of immigration judges. And so the president keeps saying things that aren't true. And this thing with dictating the
Some
statement.
questions. Sorry, Andrew. You could get there.
Why, if things that you keep saying from the podium turn out to not be true, and things the president keeps saying in a number of venues keep saying, keep turning out not to be true, why should we be able to trust that the information we're getting from this administration is accurate? And more importantly, why should Americans be able to trust that what they hear from this White House is always the truth?
Once again, I don't know how many times I have to address this, but I work every single day to give you accurate and up-to-date information, and I'm going to continue to do that. Frankly, I think my credibility is probably higher than the media's, and I think that in large part that's because you guys spend more of your time focused on attacking the president instead of reporting the news. I think that if you spent a little bit more time reporting the news instead of trying to tear me down, you might actually see that we're working hard trying to provide you good information and trying to provide that same good information to the American people. John? Sorry, Andrew, I gave you quite a bit of time. John, go ahead.
Thanks a lot, sir. I just wanted to get your reaction, the administration's reaction to a statement that was put out by a player on the Eagles, Malcolm Jenkins, who's a strong safety on the Philadelphia Eagles, very well respected on the team and throughout the league. He put out a statement today in which he said that the decision that was made by the president to cancel this event celebrating the Super Bowl victory by the Eagles paints the picture that these players are anti-America, anti-flag, and anti-military. What is your response to what Malcolm Jenkins put out in a statement today?
I've addressed this a few times again. The Eagles were the ones that committed to an event on Friday. They submitted over 80 members of the Eagles franchise for the event, along with over 1,000 fans to participate. And it was the Eagles organization that tried to change their commitment at the 11th hour. If this wasn't a political stunt, then they wouldn't have planned to attend the event and then backed out. If it wasn't a political stunt, they wouldn't have attempted to reschedule an event for when they knew that the president would be out of the country, and they wouldn't have waited until the very last minute to make these changes if this wasn't about some type of political statement that they were trying to make towards this president. Cecilia?
Are you saying that the president bears zero responsibility in this cancellation? This is a president who called NFL players SOBs, who implied that some players who don't stand for the national anthem do not belong in this country. Does he bear zero responsibility for players like the Warriors and the Cavs not wanting to come and the Eagles bailing on this?
The president his position hasn't changed on this throughout the process, and the president's position was very clearly stated in a number of forums and venues, and the Eagles made the commitment to come and to be part of that event well after the president had established his feelings in regards to the national anthem. And once again, they made that change at the last minute, not the president. He's the one that has been completely consistent in his viewpoint when it comes to this.
The administration came out in support of the Bakers' freedom of expression in yesterday's Supreme Court case. I guess I'm asking, why are athletes' rights to express themselves freely any different than the Bakers?
When it comes to the Bakers, we're pleased with the Supreme Court's decision. The First Amendment prohibits government discriminating against the basis of religious beliefs, and the Supreme Court rightly concluded that the Colorado Civil Rights Commission failed to show tolerance and respect for his religious beliefs. In this case and others, the Department of Justice will continue to vigorously defend the free speech and religious freedom First Amendment rights.
So I guess my question is simple. So if the White House supports the Bakers' right of free speech, why doesn't the White House support the players' right to free speech?
The president doesn't think that this is an issue simply of free speech. He thinks it's about respecting the men and women of our military. It's about respecting our national anthem, and it's about standing out of pride for that. Sorry, take one last question.
Will the president then, if it is about free speech and he supports these ideas, will the president commit to a roundtable with America's athletes on topics of social injustice?
Certainly be happy to ask him.
Has he not, just for clarity, is it not something that has had any discussion to this point, given all the division in this country over this topic of social injustice?
Certainly we look at ways every single day to unify our country. The president has worked actively and tirelessly to be the president of all Americans. I think you can see that reflected in the policies that he's put forth. I think one of the biggest things that you've seen come out of this administration, frankly, that is far and vastly different than previous administrations, is providing economic opportunity for all Americans. And one of the greatest equalizers that we can have is to provide a level playing field, and the president has worked increasingly hard to make sure that that happens. Kevin spoke about that earlier. and he's going to continue to do that. Take one last question, Stephen.
About police-involved shootings. Is the president aware that this is
Sorry,
about
Stephen, go ahead.
police-involved shootings and not about disrespecting the flag? Is the president aware
Stephen,
of that?
if you could go.
I understand you're going to Stephen, but I'm asking: is an underlying issue, and it just keeps going about disrespect of the flag and soldiers. There are black and brown soldiers that fight in the military as well, who feel that taking the knee, bringing attention to police-involved shootings is something that this White House should deal with. Is the president aware that taking the knee is about police-involved shootings?
The president has made his position crystal clear, and that it's about. I let you rudely interrupt me and your colleague. I'm going to ask that you allow me to finish my answer. I would be happy to answer it if you would stop talking long enough to let me do that. The president has made his position crystal clear on this topic. He feels strongly that standing for our national anthem is something that we should do, something that matters to what makes our country special and unique and what sets us apart. He's not going to waver on that, and he's not going to apologize for it. And frankly, more than 70% of Americans agree with him on that matter. If you go back to what the original intent was, this has been made a political argument of which the president is not going to back down from, and he's been clear on it. Stephen, last question. April, I've addressed your question. I'm not going to continue to engage with you. Stephen.
Is now telling people they have to stand. Will the president deal?
So basically, what he's saying with her crooked face, Huckabee head ass. Basically, what she's saying that down a racist, crusty ass Trump will not back down from this stupid ass shit about this pissy ass, crusty ass national anthem, dusty ass flag. Basically, what they're saying, yeah, we want all niggers. Make sure you fucking stand up for this goddamn flag. Make sure you stand up. If you're not standing up, we're gonna kick your fucking ass out of the country. And that's what we believe. Man, get the fuck out of here. That's why nobody will not come to that fucking, that shithole fucking White House. The Philadelphia Eagles not coming. Nigga, the Golden State Warriors ain't coming. Nor the Cavs. They don't even damn care. You know, they don't care. They ain't worrying about coming to no motherfucking dusty ass White House. That's the fucking shit house. Nobody ain't worrying about coming to that fucking shithole. But family, y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Y'all leave me y'all comments, and I'll put the link down in the description down below. Y'all can watch the video as well. Y'all subscribe to the channel, like, and I'll be back with another one.